Hi everyone, this is day 2 of ratio tables. Alright, this is our first question on ratio tables, so let's go ahead and read it. It says, Joe mows lawns to earn extra money. He took 14 hours last week to mow 8 lawns. At this rate, how many lawns could he mow in 49 hours? The first step is to write your ratio table. So in this farthest column here, this should be your units or your categories. So we need to look inside here to see what are our categories. So I see that it took him 14 hours or time, right, to mow 8 lawns. All right, so I'm gonna say that lawns mowed, and then it would be hours, or you could put time. If you put time, I would put in parentheses HR. All right, so our first ratio, is 14 hours. So I'm gonna write the 14 right here for 8 lawns. So I'm gonna put the 8 here. Now we have to get to 49 hours. So I'm gonna write 49 hours, but I know that I can't get from 14 to 49. So I'm going to put the 49 here. So we have to do something. We have to like skip, jump, or hop, or we have to do something to the 14 and then get this number, whatever that number is, to get to 49. So think about your factors of 14. So you have 14, that's 2 times 7. Now if I put a 2 here, let's just try a 2, can I get from, I can get from 14 to 2 by dividing by 7. Can I get to 2 to 49? Not by a whole number, right? So let's try the 7. Well, maybe. I don't know why it's not undoing it. Let's try that. Okay, there we go. Let's try, okay, so now we're going to try the 7. Okay, can I get from 14 to 7? Yeah, by dividing by 2. Can I get to 7 to 49? Yes, I can. I can multiply by 7. So that's what we need to do. So the first thing is decide, how do we get from 14 to 7? Well, that's divided by 2. So then that means on the top, I have to divide by 2. So 8 divided by 2 is 4. And then the next step, how do I get from 7 to 49? Well, I would have to multiply by 7. So if I'm multiplying by 7 on the bottom, what do I have to do to the top? The exact same thing. So I'd have to multiply 4 and then times 7. And that would give me 28. So it says, at this rate, how many lawns could he mow in 49 hours? So use your question to restate, to state your answer. So he could mow 28 lawns in 49 hours. And then I would go ahead and box my answer. All right, so the important thing here is to show your table. We are working on ratio tables. You need to put your units or your categories here, write your ratio, and then see, can you get to a number with 1 step, or do you need another step? Do you need 2 steps to do it? In this case, we needed 2. Let's go on to our next problem. Here's our next problem, so let's go ahead and read. So on her vacation, Leah exchanged 50 American dollars and received $60 Canadian. Use the ratio table to find out how many Canadian dollars she would receive for $20 American. So the first step is our ratio table. Okay, so let's go in here. So she's exchanging her money, American dollars, right, to Canadian. So this is going to be our unit. So I'm going to say American, and then I'm going to put in parentheses a $. and then Canadian with a $sign. All right, so how much American? It was $50. I just need to put 50. Remember not to put any labels or units in your actual ratio table. And then the next one is $60, so I need to put 60. Do not put that $sign in there. All right. And then it says, how many Canadian dollars would she receive for 20 American? So it's really important that you look to see what they're giving you. So it says American, so I have to put it under my American category, okay? And that is $20, so I put the 20 here. But I can't get from 50 to 20. So I'm going to put the 20 here. All right. So now I have to figure out how can I get from the 50 to the 20. So I'm going to have to take two different steps and scale it, okay? So if I get to, so we know the factors of 50 are 10 times 5. There's other ones too. But this seems pretty easy. If I put the 5 here, can I get to the, so I'm taking this 5 from the factor of the 5 of 50, and I put it here. Can I get to 20? Yes, I can. Can I do it if I put 10 here? Yes, I can. So both numbers would work. However, you need to check here. So if I divide this by 10, will that work here? Yes. So this would be dividing by 10, and I can divide this one by 10. If I put the 10 here, can I divide this one by 5 and this one by 5? Yes, so they both work. So you need to make sure that the top and the bottom will work for it also. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and keep that 5 in there. And to get from 50 to 5, I have to divide, in this case, by 10. So that means on my bottom, I would divide by 10. So 60 divided by 10 is 6. Now to get from the 5 to the 20, that would be times 4. And so to get my bottom for my Canadian, I would have to multiply times 4. So 6 times 4 is 24. Now, how many, so let's go back to the question. It says, how many Canadian dollars would she receive for 20 American dollars? And then I would say she would receive 24 Canadian dollars for 20 American dollars. All right, and then I'm gonna go ahead and box my answer. Remember to make sure that you put your units or your categories off to the left. Only numbers on this right-hand side in your table. When you're moving across the table, you're either multiplying or you're dividing. So you're either scaling up or down depending on where you need to go. So in this case, we're scaling down when we divide, multiplying when we are scaling up. That's it for today.